There's no second pass.
Good morning, guys. Hopefully you're not flooding this market as Crypto Chaos begins today. How's it going, guys? How's it going? I cannot see the chat today. That is weird. That is weird. We've got a whole bunch of stuff to cover this morning. Let me try to see if I can fix the chat. Why is that? What is going on, guys? I have good news, though. I am going to be on the road for a few more days, and I'll be back in the studio on Monday. So no more no more chaos on the road for a little while anyway, this year. Let's see if I can get this chat. There we go. It should be working now. Okay. All right, we are good to go for when we get things moving. Guys, the U.S. index, Dow Jones reporting a tiny bit of a sell-off, S&P 500, a tiny bit of a sell-off, NASDAQ, but crypto, guys, crypto is popping off. Let's get into that today. This morning, we got about 10 minutes till the opening bell, as I usually, of course, like to cover a little bit of the news before we get the day started with the open bell over on Bloomberg. Oh man, guys, we are so far behind on covering this stuff. Let me clean up the charts. Man, we're so we will have a live open, a live tonight as well. I'll just let you guys know. I think all my buttons are working again. Yes. Yes, they are. Look at that. Look at that. It's a good day, guys. It's a good day. This morning, we opened up. Last night, I wasn't able to make my live stream, but it's kind of funny how this kind of played out after our market open. Carlos in the chat. How's it going? Otaku. Good morning with Otaku. And some coffee, guys. Hopefully you got some coffee and definitely got some chaos this morning. That is for sure. That is for sure. All right, guys. Let's see what else we got happening right now. I've got a whole bunch of stuff to go over with you over on X. There's a whole bunch of crazy stuff happening right now over on X. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Lots of news to cover. And, of course, Bloomberg right now is kind of, waiting for the market to open in about 7 minutes. Yeah, about 7 minutes. We got plenty of time to go over some of the major headlines. And I'll let you guys know who are catching up a little late. I'll go back and do that later too. But yeah, guys, it's a good time to wake up and just have some coffee and just relax. It's fine. Just chill.
So just chill out.
Chill, man.
Drink a 7-Up, eat a moon pie, quit murdering people.
Yeah, it's a good coffee this morning with markets finally starting to turn around. Hopefully your portfolio is looking a little better today. Let's dive into some of the headlines over on the real news over on X. That's where you get the real news over X. So if you guys like what you're seeing here today, please like, subscribe to all the things down below in YouTube. But if you like seeing the same sort of content on a different platform, I'm over on X as well. That's right. Formerly known as Twitter. Klarna, guys, I keep pushing this one. I got to remind everyone who hasn't heard yet. Klarna, payments giant Klarna, will accept Bitcoin and crypto. This is the computer, the competition to Affirm. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Affirm over on Amazon. Klarna is a huge one as well for the lending markets. Fed governor says that interest rates could begin as early as July. Let's get that money printer going, guys. Let's go. Buy
that for $1.
So buy up the dip. It's a last chance you may have to buy up some of this dip. What dip am I referring to? Well, on the day, there's hardly anything to see. But on the month, if you look at the month, guys, there's still plenty of dip to buy. Look at this. Render's still down 31%. Celestia is still down 35%. Trump Coin, if you guys are into that thing, 36%. Avalanche almost down, still 20%. Caspa's down 36% on the month. Stacks is down 28% on the month. Virtual Protocol is down 12%. You guys get the idea, guys. There's plenty of things to still be buying before it's too late, before we pop on off, and there will be nothing left. And you wish you would have bought all of the dip. I know I already ate all the dip, man. My bag's been packed for a long time. Let's see what else we have. The Braveheart McFreedom, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat, Braveheart. How's it going? Please hit the likes. You as you enter, bots are not welcome. Yeah, seriously. The other night, guys, when we got raided by bots, that was intense. There was like 2,800 on the ticker for the viewers. Yeah, we got attacked by bots the other night. It was crazy. The chaos ensues. The chaos ensues. It's insane. It's insane.
Are you stupid?
Okay, guys, let's see what else we got here. U.S. President Trump met with Pakistan officials to discuss Bitcoin. This is crazy. Not sure exactly what we're going to get out of that there, but obviously Bitcoin's pumping. Chinese President Xi Jinping calls for an immediate ceasefire between Israel and Iran. I don't think that's what the U.S. wants, though, because that gives them the potential to continue building nuclear weapons. This is a Genius Act. President Trump says he's ready to sign the Genius Act into law today. This is what I think is mostly pumping the market as of this morning. Big banks are adopting Bitcoin and crypto is coming. This is what I'm all about, guys. Fuck the Lambo, fuck the Rolex, fuck the mansions. I'm here for the freedom. I really am, dude. I really feel like I've been more free now than ever. I haven't had to work now. I haven't felt like I needed a job now for a good portion of the year. Actually, I would say a good portion of last year even, as I see my portfolio skyrocket with Bitcoin and crypto assets. Bitcoin is going to 150,000 according to the M2 money supply. Guys, if you're following the M2 money supply, it's still ripping. Obviously, we hit that $37 trillion target, guys. We've been watching this for over a year as we, again, we covered it live last year as well when we hit $36 trillion in U.S. national debt. I cover this every single day. We watch it every single day. And here we are, guys. So if I go back and I stitch together like 300 of these live streams, guys, you could hear me saying 36, 5, 36, 6, 606, until we hit 37 trillion US dollars in national debt, guys. We finally did it. We did it. Let's celebrate this morning. Congress is going to have a hard time explaining away this one. Right, JC Moda, Red Weekend. Are we going into a Red Weekend? Probably not. We've already sold off enough, JC Moda. I would not be worried about a Red Weekend. Jim Daringer says, I'm here for the Rolex. Really? You're gonna do all this for a Rolex? You trolling me, Jim? I know you trolling me, Jim.
What are you, stupid? What are you, stupid?
I gotta call you. Okay, Bitcoin is Jewish. I mean, Bitcoin doesn't, that doesn't represent any color or creed or race or, whatever. All right, guys, we are getting close to the open. We're about 2 minutes away, a minute and a half or so. I'll keep an eye out there as I get through the chat. Braveheart McFreedom says, I won't take that bait. I won't take it. You talking about the dollar amount? Yeah, I'm not taking that either. My tinfoil is tingling, says Jim. You want to discuss some conspiracies this morning, Jim? I am all for it. I love the conspiracies out there. All right, guys. So, yeah, it's looking pretty good this morning, guys. Bitcoin above 105, just touched 106, retraced down from 166 as of this morning. Right on top of our this is insane. I mean, I drew this, guys. I drew this all the way back in April. All the way back in April when I was talking about this cup and handle playing out. It was just an idea back then. And now it looks like it's finally coming into fruition right on top of the very edge of this launch pad. I said anywhere between here and here, this would be 2 weeks and 4 weeks of price action sideways, creating this giant handle for this giant cup that takes us to at least 120 to 130K on the first leg up. Let's freaking go, guys. I mean, how beautiful is that? I mean, I cannot believe it's right on top of it. Literally right on top of it. I would love to see this continue on into the weekend. Again, the higher we go, the more sideways we go. We can still climb this. I might have to extend this out, though, just being real with you guys, into maybe the next week. But this right here still is in play until Friday. So the last Friday. We can still go sideways a little bit to get back onto this ramp, but this is still my launch pad for the big ones, guys. The big ones. Yes, U.S. Stock market's open. Wall Street open.
The opening bell on the
bell.
New York Stock Exchange. Blitz the barriers with Novartis ringing the bell there, and down at the NASDAQ market site, Carver Bancorp ringing the opening bell, and a bunch of very happy, excited faces down there. That's going to boost your mood on a Friday, right? Seeing the kids ringing the opening bell.
Low
What
volatility,
stocks
low liquidity.
Are you watching today, Katie?
Well, I have
Bitcoin's
more
still
good
pumping.
news, and that's if you're a shareholder of GMS, because shares are up 28.5% at the open right now. That's after the building materials giant finds itself in a bidding war. Maybe you have both Home Depot and QXO have reportedly made offers to GMX. QXO has offered $5 billion. A spokesperson told Bloomberg today that that is the final offer. You can see shares up now about, again, 28%. We don't know what exactly Home Depot's bid is, but looking at the market, odds are that it's pretty impressive, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, QXO is like a $13 billion company.
All right. I don't want to hear any more of this. Come on,
Feels like
get
they
on to
have
the
more
next big thing
Turning to
this
the
morning.
secondary market, CarMax used car sales jumped 9% year over year, and earnings
No
per
one can
share
afford
beat
new.
estimates, and a sign that demand is climbing for the secondhand models as the new car prices just continue to
Not with
climb.
15% interest rate.
Rising 8% to just over $70 a piece. We are back with Nomura America's cross-asset macro strategist, Charlie McElligott here. And Charlie, in terms of just the big picture, the index, right? The S&P 500 just bouncing around that 6,000 level. We'll
talk about
be
Bitcoin?
above it now after the open, but just barely. What is this market waiting for? Is it the cuts that Chris Waller was talking about this morning?
That helps the cause, certainly, if it's for the right reasons. In this case, the messaging there is that, it's for the right disinflationary reasons, as opposed to a growth shock, growth scare type of reasoning. Then you might have very much the adverse effect. I would say that right now, and kind of the reason that we've gotten back to 6,000 from where we were just a few months ago, was this, general overfixation with regards to all of the left tail downside scenarios, right? Everybody understands the growth downside scenario, which was, tariffs, create a price shock, right? It impacts consumption, and then you kind of have two bad outcomes. This is the macro bear case, let's say. This is kind of
All right. So the markets are pretty much just rallying on the little bit of news we got out of the Fed. I think it was former Fed governor or current Fed governor. I don't know. We mentioned it just briefly earlier. It was right about here. Fed governor said that the interest rate cuts could begin as early as July. Here we go. Money printer go brrr. And yeah, I'd buy that at all.
I'd buy that for $1.
And you can see that represented basically in the charts this morning for Bitcoin and other risk on assets. Let's see. Speaking of which, do I have S&P 500 here? Yep. It's up a little bit. Still holding on to 6,000. That's pretty crazy for the S&P. The Dixie still holding on to 98. Again, starting to roll over a little bit here. A little bit of there. The NASDAQ up a little bit as well. And gold down a little bit on the day. Down a bit on the day. All right, guys. So that is what's going on this morning. Let's get into some of the headlines and see what else is catching up. I got to catch up with the chat, too. Speaking of catch up. Jeez, I let that go for a little bit too long for cooking. My tinfoil is tingling. I still love that comment there, Jim. Braveheart McFreedom says the Jewish Bitcoin comment. I won't take that bait. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. I'm late. No notification today. I'm sorry, Crypto JPEG. Hopefully, YouTube will work a little harder for you. Braveheart McFreedom says my tinfoil hat never stops tingling, Jim. It's annoying. Seriously, it is. It gets really annoying. Not me, but you. But who? How's it going? Not me. Yeah, it would. Jim Durgan says I prefer anything before I prefer anything before 2010. I hate all the invasive technology and features. I'm a simple man. Give me a headlight dial and dials for air conditioning. No touchscreen, sir. Man, you're living in the dark ages, or at least you want to. DXY liquidated as a historic number of shorts. There we go. That's what we got on the chat this morning. Jim, of course, bringing in the alpha as he usually does. I didn't know you were that old, Jim, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. To each their own. I do miss the simplicity of the 80s for sure, and 90s. Okay, it's a better time, guys. We had so much innovation. We didn't need all the fancy stuff, especially in our movies. What else we have in the real news over on X I wanted to share this morning. CNBC puts out, we're going so much higher. That's right, CNBC calling for highs above 130,000 according to the charts. And I showed you those charts already this morning. I can also confirm, I've been calling this since April, up to 120 to 130,000 on the first leg up of this breakout. Just in, Russia warns Israel and the U.S. against assassinating Iranian Supreme Leader Khamenei. I can never pronounce his name. Switzerland enters an era of zero interest rates. This is brought to us by Lark Davis. Hey, how's it going, Lark? Been watching your show for years. The Swiss National Bank just cut interest rates by 25 basis points to 0 in Switzerland. Yeah, and the best ever Bitcoin ad aired, I guess, last week. This one's pretty cool.
Out of money? What? An overseas transfer takes 5 days?
Business days.
Why?
What are they using? A Zeppelin?
I deposited the check Monday.
But Monday was a bank holiday.
Why is this the way it is?
A bank holiday?
This system
What's a bank holiday?
makes no sense.
This makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
Who designed this system?
Ma'am?
Is this really the best we can do?
Hello?
Don't we deserve better?
And there it is. That's it. That's pretty cool. But yeah, how about that, Jim? You still like this, the way things are? The way things used to be? I got to poke at Jim for that one. All right, Jim also says, more people like short the dollar than any previous point in history. That 90-point area is the hot zone. It is a hot zone. Yeah, it is. It is. Breaking $16 trillion. A credit card giant Visa says that every institution in the world needs a crypto strategy. Guys, we're not bullish enough. Everyone's talking. Everyone's buying. This is going to get explosive. Speaking of explosive, let's take a look at exchanges right now and Bitcoin dominance for Bitcoin on exchanges. Right now, getting ever so closer to 65% dominance, guys.
This entire idea of like 60% dominance is bullshit, ridiculous, stupid.
Thanks. Thank you. We're not going to be able to say that anymore once we're up to like 70. Thanks, Sailor. Okay. What else we have here? The Bitcoin balances on exchanges, of course, getting ever so lower. As I personally believe we are running out of Bitcoin on over the counter. I think it's pretty much drying up now. You can see how this big chunk took place here, and I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have been able, they wouldn't have been able to purchase this over the counter, and that's why it's just starting to dig in right now, digging its heels in pretty deep. I think by the end of the week, maybe the weekend, we might see a new low of 2.07 million. As we get deeper and deeper and deeper with all the institutional and governments buying up Bitcoin. All right, guys. So that is your current update for the big macro stuff. Don't fade this, guys. We finally hit it. $37 trillion. My God. We finally did it. After covering it for so long. It feels good, guys. That's $2 trillion we finally covered. It only took 2 years. And it's gonna blast off, guys. It's gonna blast off like crazy. With an estimated $5 or $6 trillion being spent in the next 5 years. Yeah, so yeah, about $1 trillion a year on average. I think each president spends about 6 to 7 now. Okay, so what else we got? Jim also in the chat saying Visa was interested in blockchain back in 2014. Not surprised, says Jim. Nothing gets past Jim. Jeez, we love you, Jim. crazy coot. All right, guys, let's see what else Bloomberg is rattling on about right now.
Reflected in the shares as to is Broadcom, which we're going to talk about. Broadcom down about 8% right now, but boy, has it been on a hot streak. Let's take a look at the sector level as well and break down the market this way. Like I said, more green than red. Up at the top, you have consumer discretionary really leading the pack today, up more than 1%. Staples as well, Kroger out with good earnings, communication services. The lone loser today, Matt Miller, is materials, but it's a small decline at that. Materials down about 0.2%.
All right, we're, I think, likely to see a pretty low volume day.
Famous last words.
Right. Well, right now, average volume at time is, over the last 30 days, up 200%. So maybe I'm going to be wrong about that. It is triple witching, you know, with the largest notional value of all time. Coming up, Broadcom pushing the limits of the Mag 7 to the Mag 8. We'll take a look at why the tech giants might need to add another seat at the table. This is Open Interest.
All right, guys. All right. So Jim also pushing out some more alpha. I 100% agree with him, too. These institutions were far earlier than people give them credit. Being public about it makes sense after their positions have been dug in. 100% agree with you there, as that is the general rule of these capital markets. Okay, guys, so let's see what else. I wanted to cover some of the headlines on TradFi News as well, as we normally do. This is why it's Crypto Chaos Coffee Hour, guys, because we go back and forth between all of the news sources to find the most breaking and important news there is every single morning. Major companies roll back diversity initiatives as cultural backlash sweeps nations. How much you'll need to retire in each state as Social Security cuts looms. I talk about this all the time with my friends and family. Guys, it's getting absurd. I think the average across the U.S. is you need to have at least $2 million to retire now these days. Now it's going up and up and up and up. Let's see what it is right now.
Still working well into their golden
we actually have a video attached to this. That's actually relevant.
years. As of December, nearly 40 million people 55 and older were still part of the workforce, with a participation rate of more than 38% for that demographic. Ramsey Solutions finding 48% of Americans have less than $10,000 saved to retire.
There it is.
50% are not investing any of their income at all.
They got no money.
Joining me now is Ramsey Solutions financial expert George Kamel. George, good to see you. Thanks so much for being here.
Maria.
Are so many Americans who are older than the age of retirement, are they still working because they need to work for the money or because they want to work?
The majority that we get on the Ramsey Show, Maria, they need to work. We just took a call yesterday, couple in their late 60s, they had $100,000 to their name, and they're going, hey, can we retire? When can we retire? And here's the truth. Retirement is not an age, it's a financial number. And here's the mind-blowing financial advice. If you invest nothing, you'll have nothing. So don't let fear keep you on the sidelines.
Amen.
Don't let
Amen to that.
hold you back. You've got to learn this stuff and get to it.
Well, what's the practical way to invest when you don't have a lot of money coming in?
Well, invest what you can because you need compound growth working for you. When we saw in the U.S. stock market, it was up 23% last year, but too many people were on the sidelines. They had their money in CDs making, 3, 4, 5%. That's not enough.
That's a great point. It is not enough. George, good to see you. Thank you so much. George Kamel, we'll be right back.
All right, guys, so that was George Kamel from Ramsey Solutions. You guys remember us covering Dave Ramsey over the past couple of years? Him, of course, going from Bitcoin's a beanie baby to, you know what, a small allocation wouldn't be too bad. I can't. Oh, Jesus.
What are you, stupid?
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, so what else we have here? The average amount you need for retirement right now moves up to, well, somewhere between 3.7 million in Hawaii to 1.3 million in West Virginia. So still right around that $2.5 million range to retire comfortably in the United States. That is what I'm still guessing from all this, as I've been keeping track of this for my own personal means as well. Here we go. We got it by state. Here we go, by state. 2 million in Arizona. That's not bad, actually, for the beautiful state of Arizona. I hope to get out there one day. What else we have? Florida. You need $2 million to retire in Florida. I don't know. With a $97,000 cost of living per year. I mean, that's doable. I think I have some friends and family down in Florida. I think that's doable. What else here? Georgia, 1.7 million. Hawaii, 3.7. There's that big one there. Yeah, Massachusetts, that's surprisingly big, 2.7 in Massachusetts. Man, $137,000, really crazy. So anyway, guys, hope you guys are looking at this. This is one of my favorite things to talk about, of course. This is why we do this, so we have the freedom to do whatever we want with crypto and Bitcoin, specifically Bitcoin. All right, guys, let's get back to the chat real quick. Strawberry Dragons is here, and I've got a whole bunch more from our boy Jim over there. Let's see here. Jim Deringer also saying they're sneaky, right? They got a decade in before they open up publicly. Yeah, I agree with you there. But I think you're giving them a little too much credit. I think some of them did get in the 2010s, but most of them are just kind of getting in within the last 2 years. Strawberry Dragon says, good morning, how's it going? Strawberry, my favorite flavor of dragon. How you doing, guys? Are you awake yet? Hopefully I woke you guys up by now. Yeah, Marty, man. What is that? Are you just like pouring sugar into your mouth? What is that? Coffee. Got to get the coffee going. That's probably coffee right there. Jim Deringer says, dude's right. Red and green are just mindsets. You build a position with time. Some of these costs of living per year are wildly inflated. Living conservatively, you can easily slash those numbers in half. That's right. Guys, you just got to DCA is the way, of course. With everything. I mean, with retirement, dollar cost averaging does not hurt over time, especially when you're talking about compounding interest. ETH to the moon! Jim, of course, yeah, putting out his love letter to ETH as well. He does love ETH as well. All right, guys, what else we have with Bloomberg this morning? What are they covering right now? Are they stuck right there? Might be on. They're probably on
times that were.
Yeah, totally. And I think it's also important to remember that really these names, they're just
the Mag 7. And talking about Broadcom entering the Mag 7 or the now Mag 8 as they start to get explosive potential out of the stock market. My ETH validator is a definition of compounding. I can use the excess God generation to buy Bitcoin in unlimited flexibility, says Jim. Well, yeah. You also have unlimited, token supply. Strawberry Dragon says, health is wealth. What about the medical costs? I think we need 10 million at least to retire. Strawberry Dragon, exactly. Well, that's the problem. The problem with America today is that we do not take care of our health, and we're more fixated on keeping people alive than keeping people actually healthy. And that's what I think is problematic for Americans today. All right, what else do we have? Let's take a look at the other news popping up on the TradFi space. Baby daddy. What the hell is this? Billionaire Telegram CEO plans to give fortune to over 100 children he fathered. What? Is this one of those surrogate fathers that mistakenly loaded up all the syringes with his own sperm? And now he's trying to atone for it. I don't know what the hell.
All right, folks. The world is a hot mess.
Yeah, I think
that's a technical term. Let's face it. I mean, God.
Okay. Billionaire Telegram CEO reveals plans to divide wealth among his more than 100 children. Said he fathered more than 100 babies through a sperm clinic. So his sperm clinic. Yeah, I think this is one of those people. I think I remember hearing about these over the years. The messaging app founder. I don't think we need to read into this, but yeah. Good for them, I guess. Taking care of your children. God. Meta's new AI glasses are announced. Let's take a look at this.
Checking future.
Meta partners with Oakley to launch AI-powered performance glasses. Tech giant expands wearable AI portfolio with performance-focused glasses. Time for Oakley's 50th anniversary. Those are pretty cool. You keep covering all these new wearables, man. It's nuts. Meta definitely wants the latest and greatest for VR is what they're headed for. With the metaverse, guys, that's why they named themselves Meta back in 2021. Do not fade that one. They want to be ahead of AI and crypto more than most of the companies out there. They were already ahead of the game. Okay, so tech giant Meta on Friday announced it's partnering with Oakley to launch its performance glasses powered by artificial intelligence. Meta and Oakley are developing a new category of sports performance AI glasses, Oakley Meta glasses, which combines Oakley's design with Meta's technology to give people wearing the glasses more insight into the physical capabilities. The move follows their collaboration with Ray-Ban's Meta glasses, as Oakley and Ray-Bans are brands with the Essilor Luxottica. Seriously? What a mouthful there for that company. The two companies are launching the Oakley Meta HSTN glasses. The first is a high-performance sport thing. First product in the new category, the Oakley Meta glasses allow the wearer to capture video and images with a built-in camera and also have open-ear speakers integrated with the frame to allow the wearer to listen to content they are engaging in with favorite activities. I think they already have that in the last headset they put out too. I mean, it's pretty much all-in-one. And they're looking nice now, man. Man, that is that's classy. Make those in red, and I'm all for them. Let's see here. The two companies are launching the Oakley Meta HSTN glasses. Are the first product in the new category. The Oakley Meta glasses will allow the open ear. I think I already read all that. So yeah, pretty cool stuff coming out of Meta. Announcing this morning. Man, those are small. Those are getting smaller and smaller each integration. I remember when they took them apart and they showed everyone. Mark Zuckerberg was sitting at a table and they're like, "Oh my God, there's so much these tiny little sensors and everything else loaded throughout the entire frame." It's incredible how small they're getting that down to the profile now. All right, let's see what else we can dig up this morning. So that is breaking right now on Fox Business. Let's take a look real quick on CNBC. JP Morgan Chase beefs up mobile app with bond trading as banks targets $1 trillion in assets. Can't stop, won't stop. Gotta get that money. Gotta get that money. Where's Gamma Goddess when you need her? Gotta get that money, guys. Gotta get that money. Strawberry Dragons, health is wealth. I'm 100% about that too. I think the most important things in your life should be health, your wealth, and happiness. I think those three things is all you need. Okay. Happy, healthy, and wealthy is what I always say. What will it take for stocks to soar for a new bear market low? I think we just need next week. I think all we need is time. We had Juneteenth this week. We had Iranian Israel terror, breakout this week. I think we just need some more time. Circle shares extend their rally after Senate passes landmark stablecoin bill. That's as of 9 minutes ago. They're still popping. They're still popping off today. Shares rose another 33% on Wednesday's news, and then up more than 500% since its initial public offering on June 5th. Redonkulous, guys. Redonkulous. All right, what else can we find this morning? Meta tried to buy Elia Sutskever's $32 billion AI startup. Guys, if you can't build them, buy them. That's what everyone does if they got the money. A maker of Oreo cookies to buy is a buy and can nearly jump 20%. What the hell? I guess everyone's jumping to Oreo and saying it's safe. It's safe. Buy Oreo. Everyone's gonna buy Oreos in the crisis that's coming. What the hell? They're as good as gold. What the hell?
What are you, stupid?
How about Bitcoin? Okay, let's see. Tesla could reach $2 trillion in market cap by the end of 2026 as an autonomous era begins. I think Cathie Wood's been calling for that for a very, very long time. Cathie Wood, of course, head of ARK Invest Venture Capital, investing in the most disruptive technologies there is, guys. She's great. I love her. What else do we have here? What else is breaking over at Fox Business? Trump weighs as most consequential decision of presidency, ex-CIA station chief says, pretty much deciding whether or not to get involved within 2 weeks. Trump buys TikTok one more time, despite Congress national security law concerns. Yeah, they got to get this thing over with. And I think most of this is, again, just a big ploy to get businesses involved with bringing more of our legacy apps to Web3. Nearly 1/3 of a $36 trillion national debt needs refinancing. It's now $37 trillion. Elon Musk reacts to massive SpaceX Starship explosion. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. He said just a scratch. Stupid. Oh my God.
Stupid.
All right, guys, let's check back in the chat real quick, and then see what else we can dig up and see what the talking heads are talking about over on Bloomberg right now. Jim Durner says ETH only inflated 0.8% in 5 years. I can ride this train indefinitely. A lot has changed with ETH in 5 years, though. I mean, since I got started in crypto, ETH has had it went from proof of work to proof of stake. That's pretty much diminished all of its price in terms of price targets for ETH. I think we're going to see a lot lower than expected. Back then, I would have said, oh yeah, ETH is going to 15 grand, 20 grand. Now we're looking at maybe 5, maybe 6. But I mean, there is mass adoption. Don't get me wrong. It's just the market cap now with the amount of coins. It's gonna be harder for it to get up to those higher targets. 10 or 12 would be my max, I would say, by the end of the year, or by the end of the cycle. It might go into next year, guys. This is a weird cycle. Jim Deringer says, not worried about the ETH price targets. A validator of yield compounded year over year, and I can trim the earnings heavily for Bitcoin and stock options. Okay. Up or down, I'm making me money. It's making me money. Yeah, I mean, we're all going to be making money in this space, man. It's going to be explosive. All of our coins pop off. The low caps, the mid caps, the majors, they're all going up. All right, so what else we have here? Growing appetite for active ETFs. Coverage on Bloomberg right now is what they're talking to a correspondent over there.
Big milestone for this group.
I don't think so. I think what is happening, or which could be a big change, is this share class ruling that might happen this year. So basically, they can allow mutual funds to tack on an ETF share class. This will, if you think there's not enough launches now, if this happens, this is going to be a tidal wave of ETFs coming into the market. But the 401k thing is another thing that could happen too. So there's only tailwinds behind the industry. So it's only going to intensify. We're only going to see more products. So everything is just shifting over to the ETF world.
Yeah, it's nuts. If we do that, get that share class approval, there's estimates that we could see thousands of new ETFs coming to market. So we're both going to be busy. That is Athanasio Sarafagis of Bloomberg Intelligence. Have a great weekend. Tune in to ETF IQ on Mondays.
All right, guys. All right. So yeah, more ETFs coming, guys, in all shapes and sizes. That's all we got out of that one. Jim Deringer also says, and I totally agree with him on this one, the people who won't make money are the ones who walked away in February and April after getting wrecked in January. Seriously. And anyone who sold in May and went away, that's got to be crazy now. And guys, we, of course, have been buying the dip through the highs, through the lows. It don't matter. If we find a dip, we buy it. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the whole markets right now in the crypto bubbles. Everything's coming up pretty good on the day. About on average, let's say 2 to 5%, mostly 2% on average. I mean, look, Sui's up 1% there. Say's up 12. So it's kind of a mixed bag right now. Let's see the top 200 assets right now. Anything else blowing up here? Anything crazy? Not quite yet, but still everything kind of recovering throughout the entire week. Still has a little bit of gains to go to get back to flat. All right, so let's take a look and see. So while we're looking at these, what would I recommend? Not financial advice, but what I would recommend you guys DCA into right now in the top 100. Still down a significant amount on the month. Still, of course, guys, I always shout out to this. I love Render. I don't hold any currently, but my God, down 30%. You can't ignore that one if you got some extra cash to spend. IMX down almost 40% still on the month. Stacks down 30. Algorand down 25. There are definitely a lot of things. Dot is still one of the key contenders for putting TikTok on Web3, guys. This is still crazy and still open for the taking. Polygon's down to about 20% on the month. Jasmy's down 30. Guys, do you guys have a position in Jasmy yet? Still one of my favorite coins ever. Jasmy. I don't bring this damn giant coin around with me throughout the entire country for nothing. It's my favorite altcoin out there. Probably my second biggest bag since ZBEC broke out. that became my biggest for sure. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the top 300 here, see if anything else is sneaking on up as well. It's been a while since we talked about the top 300. On the day, looking pretty good. Everything on the top, on the more riskier end is coming up. Even on the top 400. Is that useless coin? Oh, these guys are so silly. Useless coin. Rank 336. My God, people throw money into anything. And then the Book of Meme. Wow, that thing's still alive too in the top 400. Some of these coins, man, I just cannot believe they haven't gone away to the zero yet, but they're still hanging around. Still hanging around. All right, so let's see what else is happening, and that might be it, guys. We've hung out now for a while, for about an hour. Let's see what else we got here on TradFi. Who could replace the Fed trial? Yeah, we already talked about all this stuff before. This is Fox Business. Anyway, glasses. Okay, so we're pretty much caught up with TradFi. Let's take a look at crypto news and see if anything else is breaking on our space over here. Take a look at a few of them right now. We're going to take a look at cryptonews.net. Bitcoiners split on 94K or 114K. No, we're not going to 94K. Polkadot's DOT bounces 4% after forming triple bottom. Nothing article there. Ripple investors, attention, bearish signal. Yeah, these are all nothing. FUD and Hopium articles for the most of it. Let's see what else we have over here. Again, you got to fill the void with all the Hopium and FUD, but we don't pay attention to it. we don't mess around with that. El Salvador adds another 8 Bitcoin to its strategic reserve this week. Buying some of this dip while it is available. Guys, you can learn a lot from El Salvador, as they have bought a single Bitcoin every single day and twice as much on the days that are down. Opportunistic DCA in play for El Salvador, and they've done, of course, a complete 180 for their country. Complete 180 for their country. All right, what else we have here? Arizona Senate revised Bitcoin reserve bill amid rising interest in digital asset. They already passed it, but I guess they still didn't put it into action. After strict custody rules, I guess they want to go to revise it after strict custody rules. Arizona plans to manage seized crypto with a new reserve fund and supports public services and digital asset security. The revised bill allows Arizona to store, sell, or hold digital assets seized through forfeiture based on clear guidelines. Okay, so it looks like they're just trying to revise it a bit. It says here, Bitcoin Reserve Bill HB 2324, which initially failed, has been revived after a motion to reconsider. What? It already passed. It already passed. Let's go back to, guys, if you want to take a look at Bitcoin laws, you can take a look at that over there at bitcoinlaws.io to check the race for all the Bitcoin policies underway this year. And you can see we pretty much painted the entire nation orange now, except for a few states. Most of them, of course, are still awaiting live strategic Bitcoin reserves. So there's only 20 currently active right now. The one we're talking about this morning is Arizona, which you can see is not active. That's a shame, man. New Hampshire, I think, is the only state other than Texas that did pass it. Let's take a look and see the lineup real quick. It's been a while since we did check the site. If you go over to policy data and you can click on state reserve race, you can check and see where the current ones lay. And yeah, Arizona's still on there as being enacted. I'm not sure what they're revising, but yeah, they still have the, at least according to the Bitcoin laws, still already passed. It said it failed though. I don't know what they're reporting. New Hampshire, of course, is the next country, the next state I'm referring to that's already passed. And then so that's the Arizona House. I don't know what is going on. I don't understand their politics, their laws. So I'm assuming they need to pass. Okay, this is HB 2749, which did pass. And this is HB 2324. So I guess if you want to get into the nitty gritty, you can look into the details of each bill and see exactly what they're pertaining to. I'm assuming this gives them the ability to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve, which you already have enacted. And this one is just to supply it with seized assets, I'm assuming. That would be that there. Texas is still getting close, and then that's pretty much all we have in the lineup. We had a bunch already fail. You can see here in the Arizona Senate, North Carolina House, and the list goes on and on and on. I mean, Florida, we had Pennsylvania. We had so many states get so close and then get down and shut down through the first few stages. So it's still early, guys. Still early for Bitcoin strategic reserves here in the States. And the big one, of course, we're waiting for is the Fed. I mean, not the Fed. I guess the federal government, yes, not the Fed. Anyway, guys, let's see what else we got in the chat real quick. And then, yeah, I don't know, guys. That might be all I have for you. I can cover some more news over on X. But it's going to be kind of a slow day because it is a Friday. So keep a lookout for maybe something that Trump, his administration, has coming up. Again, with the stablecoin bill, the Genius Act is probably going to get signed today unless they pussyfoot around. I don't know. Let's take a look and see what's going on in the chat before we leave. Jim Derringer says the people who make money. Yes, the ones that came out. And yeah, I think I read that one already. Quint, how's it going? I'm late, Otaku. You're super late, Quint. How are you doing? How you doing, my guy? But I still love you. I love you too, bud. Some individuals and dexes let their bots trade dead coins for such a crazy long time. Seriously, they do. Seriously, they do. And I think a lot of this stuff is kind of sitting on the back end, just kind of abandoned since 2021. I mean, all the bots started trading really pretty strongly towards the end of 2021. I remember, I think it was before Wall Street really got involved with it, and back in 2021, you could still see like major pumps what happened with whales. And I remember like they had these trading groups in Discord where you could literally join and there'd be like tens of thousands of people in it, and you could move the market. I don't think they can do that anymore. It's definitely highly illegal stuff. Let's see what else we have here before we head out. Anything else breaking I can cover before I go? Man, everything's going green, guys. Everything going green. We are getting the world to wake up. And it's a Friday. It's a Friday. I hope you guys have a good Friday. Hopefully, whatever you guys are doing, wherever you guys are working, you have a good day. And I'm going to catch you guys later. I think we covered all of the breaking stuff. Again, it's going to be a slow day. Just keep an eye out for anything big coming out of the White House that pertains to our space, specifically the stablecoin bill. And yeah, I will see you guys tonight, of course, at the market. Foreign markets close. Yeah, we're going to be covering some more chaos here as well. So have a good one, guys. I will see you tonight. It's always hard to say goodbye because you never know what's going to pop off next. As soon as I leave, boom, you know, Trump's going to drop some crazy new act or something. Or Israel's going to drop a bomb. Who knows? But guys, I can't stay here forever. I got stuff to do before I head out. So I will see you guys tonight. Have a good one. It's the Crypto Otaku signing out. Later. And then I got to find the damn...
Fly me to the moon, let me trade among the stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my king. Oh! In other words, let's make history. And let me huddle forevermore and more and more and more and more. I long for Hollywood talking and going. I choose you. I love you.
What are you, stupid?
I can't even find the right camera, guys. Oh my god. But yeah, I will catch you guys later. Kush. Bleh. Kush. You chaotic boy. You. Oh my god, guys. I'll see you later. Have a good one, guys. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid.
Stupid.
Peace.
Bet.